This conference will
all
now
those
be
things.
recorded.
Yes, yes, yes. I understand.
Right. So okay, it's CloudWatch. So CloudWatch, like a monitoring tool. Using CloudWatch, so we can monitor the our resources, all everything. So VPC, EC2, all S3 databases, AutoScale, Elastic, all these things, all our resources are using CloudWatch. We can monitor. We can monitor. For example, take EC2. In EC2, so we can monitor the memory, CPU, disk, swap, all these things and all like that. So if you take any S3 and all, buckets or VPC, take VPC, a subnet, or like EC2, like AutoScale or something, some threshold. Okay, here we can configure some threshold, some alarms. For example, in AutoScale, right? If something is sorry down, then we'll get the one notification. Here we can create the notifications, alarms, and we can monitor all our resources using CloudWatch. So CloudWatch is used to monitor AWS services. So you monitor your environment by configuring and viewing CloudWatch metrics. So here we can configure the metrics: CPU, memory, network, disk, swap, all these things. So metrics are specific to each AWS service or resource and include just like this. Here we have two types of monitoring: basic and detailed. This is very, very important. In interview they may ask. This is very important. There are two types of monitoring: basic and detailed. Basic is data is available automatically in 5 minutes period at no charge. But basic, no charge, is free. Detailed data is available in 1 minute period with charge. It is not free. Okay. Basic is the free. Detail is not free. Here they will charge something. Okay. So you want that cost or not, we can refer the official documentation. In production, right, most probably will is the detail only, whether it is production, non-production, test and all, so whatever it may be. So here most of 90% will is the detail only. Why? Because so for monitoring, to check logs and for monitoring purpose, so we need logs every 1 minute. So that's why probably we'll go for the detail. Detail is chargeable, basic is free. So same thing using CloudWatch, we can get the alarms. So whenever your threshold CPU reaches 90%, you will get the notification. Whenever your service is down, you will get the notification. So like this, we can create we can configure the notifications. Okay, Uday?
Yes, Ram. Yes.
So if you see here metrics, so let's leave this thing. Here you can see. So here you can see. Okay, so all okay, whatever you want, all AWS you can monitor the using. So for example, take any EC2. If you want, you can take AutoScale. If you have any AutoScale group, then you can choose AutoScale group or go for normal instance. So here you can see the metrics. These are the default metrics. These are the default metrics. CPU credit usage, CPU utilization. You can see here. These are the default metrics. For example, I want to monitor my CPU utilization for the some Ansible Windows node, something from one server. Okay, you can see. Okay. So we can create the graph like this. So okay, it will create a graph. Here, whatever metric name you want. So these are the default metrics. Default metrics. You can see here. These are the default metrics. Whatever metric you want, whatever server you want, so you can select and you can add into. For example, here you can. Here I selected two servers. One is something okay, Ansible Windows, Ansible master servers. You can see here like this graphs. So here the time period 1 hour, 3 hour, So whenever you want, so the time ranges, and custom ranges. Okay, and so as per your requirement also, here also you can configure the time range. Take 1 week. I'm taking 1 week. This is slow. Okay. So here, so we can add to dashboards. Add to dashboard. So if you want, you can create the new dashboard. Some dashboard, that's it. Okay. So all our graphs, all our this we can add to our dashboard. So here I'll create, for example, it's very slow. Yeah. Okay, just add to dashboard. So like this, we can add all our graphs, all our this. Okay, so our dashboards, and we can monitor. Okay, so here like this, okay, whatever you want for multiple graphs for multiple servers, you can create the graphs like that. You can add to your dashboard, and you can monitor. What do they?
Yes, Ram. Yes.
So by default, right? So we can monitor the by default we can monitor the worst level metrics. So by default, so we can monitor to automatically monitor metrics that can be viewed at the worst level. Means the CPU, network in and out, just whatever you can see. These things OS level, like sorry, OS level. So memory utilization, disk swap, all this we can't monitor that by default. By default, we can monitor only worst level metrics. These things, CPU, something. OS level metrics, memory utilization, user memory available, disk swap utilization, disk space users available, all these things we can't monitor by default. If you want to monitor these things, OS level metrics, then we have to install some third-party scripts that we will install later.
Okay.
Same thing, we can monitor the logs also. Like your OS logs or your application logs, all your logs also here we can monitor. These are my last class logs under. Here we can configure some logs, like we can monitor your where log messages, secure logs, whatever logs you want. OS logs, your application logs, whatever logs you want. So you can save all your logs in the CloudWatch, and you can monitor here also. That we'll see. To monitor your logs also, we should install some third-party scripts. By default, we can't. We want to monitor all these custom metrics. Custom metrics means OS level and custom logs. Then we should install some third-party scripts. That I will show you later how to install. Okay. And you were right, your VPC logs also. We have a VPC, right? For VPC logs, that VPC, that IP, that the flow we can monitor. And VPC logs, which IP is connecting, rejecting your source IP, destination IP, source port, source protocol, destination port, destination protocol, all this is we can monitor the your VPC logs, like VPC flow logs. So using CloudWatch, all our VPC flow log we can store into, we can upload into CloudWatch. That we'll see. This is our last class things that I'm deleting. Any questions, Uday?
No questions so far.
Okay. Okay. I think it's slow minute today. If you take any instance right there, we can see the statistics, 2x2 statistics. So today my network is very slow. You can see here, you can see here. You are wrong. Instance, take any instance, here you can see 2x2 check passed. Okay. If it is 2x2 check only, then only it will work properly. Otherwise, it will not work. Something one failed or one warning, something it will not work properly. It should be 2x2 check password. Then only our instance will work properly. Here you can check status checks. One is system status check. Second one is instance status check. It's a 2x2. 2 means this is one system status checks and instance status checks. System status checks. Things that are outside of our control. Here, this thing. Here, 2x2 means one is system status checks. Second one is instance status checks. So system status checks that are outside of our control. So loss of network connectivity in the data center, system power, the physical host issues, the hardware issues on physical host, something the physical, any issue on the data center and the physical host, then here we can see the some failed. Then on that time it will fail because of some hardware issues, physical networking issues, something any issues in physical data center, in backend the database data center. Then here we can see that it will fail. So how to resolve? Simple. Just generally stopping and restarting the instance, it will fix the issue. What we will do? For example, if I have one instance, this is my server in one host, or something happened to this host. Maybe some network connection, system power, or any software issues on this host, any hardware issues. Then your system will fail here. Yeah, right. If you restart, if you start and stop, if you stop and start the server, if you stop and start the server, this server will move to other host which are working properly, which is working properly. If you stop and start this server, it will move to the other hardware, other host, other hardware. Okay, any questions here?
Yes, but in that case, suppose if instance is moved from one host to another, so in that case, its public IP and hostname will be changed, right?
Host name will not change, public name will change.
Public IP will change. Okay, all right.
Yeah, public IP will change. So if you host name, it will not change. Okay, host name it will not change. Only public IP will change.
Okay, okay.
So that is the one thing. Instance statistics that we have to control. So okay, instance statistics, software issues that we do control. Any file system that file system statistics. Okay, so any misconfigured networking or startup configuration, any memory issues, CPU issues, corrupted file systems, kernel issues on that time. So here we can see that. So that failed or warning something, some message. Same. Then how to resolve it? We have to log into the server. We have to so fix the CPU, memory, file system, kernel, whatever issue you want. As per the issue, so we have to troubleshoot. Okay, any questions here? Was there any questions here?
No questions, Ram. All good.
Okay, so yeah, instance statistics. So this will be in our control. like something file system issues, pseudo file system, pseudo system, something in memory issues, CPU issues, kernel
So
networking, something issues.
yes, Ram. So
Mm.
when we create instance, so it definitely makes 2 by 2 check. Okay, and
Exactly.
out
Yes.
of that, one check will be
Yeah.
check
Yes.
hardware of the instance, host hardware, and second check it checks instance. Okay, so in first,
Yes. Yeah.
suppose if that check is not passed, that means there is hardware issue to physical host of that instance.
Something
Correct?
that here, yeah, here you can come here, status check, and you can check here whether it is the system or instance check, whatever you want. Okay. So you have to troubleshoot.
Yes, yes, correct.
You should be able to check. Then only the instance will be properly work. Otherwise, it will not work. If it's one is fail, one fail also, it will not work properly. It should be both check passed.
Okay, okay.
So this is the one thing. Alarms. I think he knows alarms. Right? So here that we can configure the alarms. For example, so whenever your threshold, something CPU, memory, or whatever it may be, it reaches some threshold 70, 80, 90. So then we will get the notification. We will get a notification. For example, here I am configuring one threshold. So alarms, select metric. Yes, select your whatever metric you want. So I will select some CPU something, CPU utilization. Just here I'm selecting the CPU, that's it. Yeah. So a rule, whenever your same in auto scale right, already we saw that same rule. Whenever your CPU utilization is some like less than or greater or equal to 90 percentage. So for say one consecutive of one data bytes or something, then so trade missing data as something. If it is true something, so then I will like missing or bad something, whatever I want, bad, ignore or good something, bad. Here's some actions. If it is true, your CPU reaches something 90% some result. So then some actions. Status status is something I'll put alarm, send notification to here. So right, we have one small topic as a simple notification service. There we can configure our email ID. Same like auto scale. Okay. So to that email ID, we will get the notification. So new list. So here I'll use my email ID. Something, some actions. This is one some notification. Okay. So whenever this is true, then you will get the one email to your mailbox. Here you can see so notification, auto scaling, and history actions. This is the notification already we did. History actions. When this is an alarm, if you get okay, if it is alarm, then take this action. Recover, stop, terminate, reboot, whatever you want. So here you can select. Okay, so it will reboot, terminate, stop, or recover. So recover. Recover will work only for the that you can see. Yeah. So that letter I will recover. So stop recover it. For CPU we can't. Whenever it recover means if your instance is like that status check fails. then only it will recover the new instance. For CPU and okay, so your all these things and all, it will not recover the new instance. This option we should select only for the status system status. If it is failed the system status, then it will recover the new instance. Okay, that I will show you later. So here actually stop, terminate, whatever you want, you can put it. But in production, that we will not select all these things. So stop, terminate, reboot, we will not select in production. So if it is 90%, then we will get our notification right here. So once we get the notification, we will log into the server and we will try to reduce we will try to troubleshoot, we will try to reduce the CPU, memory, disk, whatever you want. Simply will not reboot, will not terminate, will not stop in production. But just they give options. If you want, you can use it. Otherwise, in production, 90% we will not use these three options. Second, third, fourth. These three options we will not use it. Why? Because so once you raise notification, then try to log into server and try to troubleshoot, try to reduce your CPU, memory, whatever. Okay. So those things. Okay.
Yes, Ram, correct.
Here, right, this thing recover the instance. Okay, this is only for the this one, this thing. If it is failure, tomorrow something happened to your hardware side, it will fail, right? If it is failed here, if you select this option, recover this instance, automatically it will recover the instance.
Okay.
It is only it is not available for all instances. Okay, it's only for so it is available only for some such a way, not for here. I selected Windows. Some Windows normal. For Windows normal, it is not there. If I select any, so Linux, I'll try to select any Linux server or matrix. EC2 matrix. I will select a Linux one and Windows server. Ansible master. Here you can see some select Ansible master system status check fail instance, right? Status check fail instance. Select these two. Select metrics. Okay. So if we come here now, so here we can see the okay. So this will auto recover instance. So you can only recover certain instance types. Please recover the document, yes. Because yeah, I'm in Mumbai region, so that's also one of the problem. The recover this option will available only for some of the instances, not for all instances, all types of instances. So permission status. Actions based on single metrics, CloudWatch alarms, recover. So recover can have recover actions. The metrics based on the instance ID. Recover, it will support only few things, not all things. Just there recover. Stop the instance. Recover. reboot. You can see here, just when the status checks failed, not for all, okay, all tests are done, right? When your system, the status checks, but the hardware issues, okay, if you face any hardware issues in backend, so then it will automatically, it will recover the your instance. Okay, Uday?
Yes, Ram. Yes.
So that is that option. Here you can see auto scale, same thing, okay. So for example, this server, for example, this server, it is in your auto scale group. Auto scale group. In my case, it is not an auto scale group. For example, if it is an auto scale group, here we can see the same options like in auto scale we saw like plus like add two instances, remove something. Same thing here also you will get those type of like parameters. If it is in your auto scale, if the server is auto scale, here the actions. In my case, this is not an auto scale, so that's why I'm not getting any options here. If the server is in auto scale, so here you will get the same options like add two instances when your CPU so get equal to 90%, then add two instances. If something is stable, then like -2 +2, like the same thing. Whatever we discussed in the auto scale. Okay, Jose?
Yes, Ram. Yes.
So alarms, okay, alarms, some these actions, alarms, whatever. So whatever you want, so you can create this something able to know. Second, chat. Okay, right. So right here, right, so just we should subscribe the notification. If I log into my email, there I should get one email. I should confirm the subscription. Then only we'll get the notifications. It's very slow message. Here you can see one notification. Here I should subscribe. So subscribe this confirmation. So then only I will get the notifications once it reaches the threshold. Also whatever the notification based on our configuration. Here just confirm. So once confirm, so here you can see. Yeah, I think it's today very bad network. Okay, so done. So waiting for just your alarm. So here we can, okay, if it reaches something, whatever, okay, we configure. As of now, it is okay. Nothing is there. If it reaches something like 90% CPU, then okay, here you will get the one notification, one mail. Okay, Uday?
Yes, Ram.
Okay, so like CPU, memory, net, disk, swap, all these things and all, you can configure this metrics. Not only EC2, like S3, auto scale, elastic load balancer, whatever you want, you can configure these alarms, all those things and all.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
So what is time now? 10. See here VPC. So VPC. For VPC also, we can monitor all logs, all our VPC flow logs. We can upload into CloudWatch or S3, and we can monitor all these logs for all level VPCs also. Network. Today my network is very slow. Here, right, just select any one VPC. So
Actually, my screen is freezing continuously.
oh, maybe network issue something. It's very slow. Problems. So now I am in VPC console. Are you able to see my console now? Now I am in the VPC console.
Yes, now I can see.
Okay. So here you can see flow logs. Now are you on correct page, correct screen?
Yes, yes.
So here, right, you can see flow logs. So you can get the flow logs on your resources to capture IP traffic flow information. So here, right, just we can monitor all your VPC flow. So all these things under. Okay, your subnet, all whatever you want, all those things under you can monitor. Your VPC source IP, destination IP, source protocol, destination product port, destination protocol, which IP rejected, which IP accepted, your traffic, all those things we can monitor using VPC flow logs. All these VPC flow logs you can upload into CloudWatch or S3 whenever you want. So you can monitor. Okay, Jose?
Yes, Ram.
Okay, so here now I'm in the VPC page.
Yes, I can see.
Yeah, so here we can create the flow logs. So okay, accept all destination CloudWatch logs or S3 bucket, whatever you want, you can wherever you want you can upload into CloudWatch or you can upload into S3. So as I was just select CloudWatch, the destination group. So what I will do here, I will create one group, destination group in CloudWatch, some VPC, something VPC. So okay, I'll come to here, just refresh. just VPC, correct. Here you can see IAM role. So in cases why here IAM role? Okay, here you can see it is IAM role required. Why? Any guesses? Any area?
Because VPC is one service and this CloudWatch is another service.
Yeah,
So one service is accessing another service. That's why.
exactly. So okay, here if you don't have any existing roles, you can see here you can create the new role. Just click this thing here using this thing you can create here. Or if you have any existing something, so you can use it. Okay, you can use it. Okay. So just click this thing. It will direct to your. I don't know. It will create one rule. So very slow,
So
yeah. Today my
yes,
network don't.
Ram, one question.
Yeah.
So when we are starting with Route
Uh,
53,
that 53 up after cloud watch we can start. Okay, we can start. Once done the cloud watch, we can start the 53.
okay. Uh, Route 53, then S3. These topics I want to do in depth, huh? Proper
Okay,
each and every aspect. Yes.
okay, fine. So here you can okay. So if you click that one, so that setup permissions. So automatically it will come here. Here you can create the role name whatever you want. So use some web 26 whatever name you want. You can just do here. So just give you your role name here whatever you want. Just allow. Done. So come to here. Just refresh. Come here. You can see here my role February 26 which I created now. Select your role thing and just create. That's it. So now I have created the my that's what VPC flow log. Okay. So here I can see all my information which I filter, my destination name, the role name, when I created all those things under. So now if you do some transactions, means if you do something in your VPC, you try to log in, log out, something in VPC. So there all those logs here you can observe here. Okay. So as of now you can see here, nothing is there. Why? Because it will take some time and like 5 to 10 minutes to update logs. Once you just do something, some transaction in VPC, then only those logs will appear and it will store here. So without doing anything in your VPC, you can't. So you're like you can't create your logs center. Now if you try to log in, log out any server, any something in your VPC, if you do something in your VPC, those logs you can see here. What was
Okay.
I?
Yes, Ram.
So later if you want, so just after creating this VPC flow logs, just try something in VPC. Try to log into one server in VPC something and then log out something and ping something. So after 10 minutes, you can see that logs. Here you can see
Okay.
this is my world class or my previous class logs. So you can see here. So logs looks like that. Okay, here you can find all our source IP, destination IP, source port, protocol, destination port protocol, or accepted, rejected, all these things, you can check here, you can monitor here. You can see it, the expiry events. So if you want, you can put never expire, or here you can see, so whatever you want, 5 years, 2 years, 1 month, 3 months, whatever you want here. So the expiry means the log expiring. You can set the retention period also based upon your requirement. And if you want, from here also you can export to S3. You can see here, export data to Amazon S3. For example, if you want to export all this logs to S3, so for saving purpose, something like that, you can export to S3 also if you want. All these logs.
Okay.
Right. So this is very, very important. Definitely in interview they will ask how to monitor VPC logs, all these things and all.
Okay.
It's very, very important, VPC flow log.
So suppose they ask me how will you monitor VPC logs, then I just need to say we can use a VPC flow log service for that. That's it. Or we have to explain in depth.
Yeah, you can explain. Just VPC, just we can get VPC flow logs and we can upload all these logs to CloudWatch or S3. There you can monitor. So whatever source IP, destination, port, protocol accepted, rejected. All this just you can explain. Just let something. Instead of single word, right, you can explain at least two sentence something.
Okay, okay. So no need to tell the configuration. How will I configure it? Right? Just general
That
idea I
is
have to
not
give.
required. That is not. Yeah. That is not required. Just tell what is just. Okay. If they ask any how to configure all these things, then you can say just okay. But they will not ask for VPC flow logs. They may ask these things, that the steps how to configure the steps. They may ask in auto scale. They may ask auto scale,
So
VPC peering. They will ask.
yes, VPC pairing, then auto scaling, load balancer, EC2, they will definitely ask,
Yeah.
right? Because that
Yes,
there
they will.
about these
Yes.
four service, each and
Mm.
every aspect we should know.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Correct, correct. But rest other all you need to have
Just
overview.
that DNS, the route also you should know in depth.
Yes. Route 53 and S3 also, I guess.
Yes, S3 also you should know.
Yes, correct.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, you can see logs. Okay, logs that here we can monitor our custom logs. We can get our custom metrics. Sorry, first we'll go for the metrics. Well, custom metrics. Custom metrics means the OS level. The OS level metrics. Memory utilization, disk swap. By default, we can't monitor the your OS level metrics. By default, we can monitor only host level, like CPU utilization, CPU in and out, network in and out, something, whatever you can see. Later you can see here all those things. So the OS level metrics, memory, disk, swap, we can't monitor by default. If you want to monitor memory, swap, disk, then we have to connect the custom metrics. So for that, we should install some third-party scripts, some third-party file script. So using third-party file script, we can monitor our servers, memory, okay, so disk, swap, all these things under. Okay, Uday?
Yes, Ram.
This is very, very important. Custom metrics. Definite 100% question. Someone they will ask how to monitor memory, disk, swap. So by default, we can't monitor. We want to monitor these things. We have to install some third-party file scripts. This thing will call same custom metrics also. These things will call custom metrics. Now what I will do? So I need some server. Okay, I have some server right, and I have some Ansible node. So I'll start Ansible node. Take it in one server. Just if you just create one server. That's simple. Okay, so now it's run. Now it's running. So okay, I'll log into server. In this server, right? So we have to install some third-party parallel scripts to monitor your memory, disk, swap, all these things and all.
So a CloudWatch log agent, right? It is called.
No, to monitor logs, to monitor your logs, OS logs, application logs, then it is called that log agent. This is like metrics, custom metrics. This is called custom metrics.
Okay.
I'll show you that. Yeah, that is whatever you used to lay that cloud log agent. That is for the logs, to monitor your logs, OS logs, application logs, whatever. Okay, these things will. This is different. This is custom. We will call it custom metrics. Same, both are same. We call the custom metrics, custom logs. So we need to install some third-party parallel scripts. So now I'm installing this. Okay, these things for my Ansible node, Ansible node server. So yes, you.
Uh,
Okay. So
Go a
yeah.
little bit slow, because
Yesterday.
the screen is,
Okay. Fine. So yeah, just search. Okay. So custom metrics, CloudWatch. Custom metrics. Sorry. So just you can see a monitor memory disk metrics for Amazon is to Linux instances. Now I'm into that documentation. Google. If you see this official documentation, here you can find those scripts. Are you able to see my screen? Now I'm
yes,
in okay. So that one, Google documentation. Yeah. So you can follow this documentation. So mine is Red Hat Linux Sun 4. So yeah, just I'm trying to install some Perl script, Perl related that utilities, Perl switch date and time, some Perl utilities. Just copy and paste here. So done. Just these things, just zip and zip. I think knows zip and zip, all these things. Just I'm trying installing the zip and unzip. If you don't have, just try to install. So then you can see here the curl command. Using curl command, here we can download custom metric scripts. Okay, here you can see that command, that command using this, right? So here we can download all the custom metrics scripts from Amazon using curl command, using this command.
Okay. Okay.
Just copy paste here. So done. So you can see here, just it is downloaded. Just using curl command, I downloaded my scripts in zip format, in zip, okay, zip file.
Yes, Ram. Yes.
No, just unzip it. Just unzip. So you can see here, I unzip here, cd/aws. You can see here. So okay, monitoring get instance stats dot Perl, monitoring put instance data Perl. So now if we execute this Perl scripts, it will configure the memory, all those things under. Okay.
Yes, Ram.
Okay, so same thing if you want to configure, if you same here you can see that you can see here just I'm executing this command. So memory used, okay. So I executed, okay. So this script and try to execute this script, monitoring put instance data. So I find memory used, okay. So memory utilization, memory used, memory available, but something error. So now what to do? Any idea?
Okay, we have to create role in which we will give permission to EC2 instance to upload logs in CloudWatch.
Yes,
Correct?
exactly. So I'll go to yeah, exactly. I'll go to IIM. So I'll go to IIM. There I'll create the one role. So roles, create role, this one, okay. Here just EC2, you can see allow EC2 stand something something. Okay. Select this thing, next permissions. Here, so here you can give the CloudWatch permissions. You can see here CloudWatch full something. You can see here, some CloudWatch actions, history access, something. Okay, whatever you want, you can select here the CloudWatch. Otherwise, you can use the admin also. Whatever you want, you can give admin or only CloudWatch also you can give. Just but I am giving admin. So some name, create role. Done. Now go to your instance. So are you able to see my screen? Now I am in my history instance dashboard.
Yes, yes, yes.
Go to your instance, select your instance, actions, instance settings. You can see it. attach and or replace IAM rule. Just here select your role which we have created now. Okay, I created this one February 26. Apply. That's it. Go here. So now I'm in the console, not the Linux command line. Right?
Yes, I can see now.
Yeah. Yes. Just run same command. You can see successfully reported metrics to CloudWatch. So that just reference ID. Now just I configure the memory something. Same thing you can configure the your swap disk also. You go here in this documentation. So somewhere you can see memory available, memory. Mm, memory. Here you can see some disk. Okay, copy this thing. Not copied. Copy. Just same run this command. Yes, just now here I am executing same. So you can see a disk utilization, disk path. Okay. Here we have only that root directory. We don't have any other directories. If you have any other file systems, then you can configure the other file systems also. Now as of now I have only root. That's why I configure only for root. Okay, Uday?
Ram, clear.
Same thing you can configure the swap. For swap also, just you can find the same commands like this type of options in the optional documentation. You can configure the swap if you have your swap partition in your system. Yeah. Now go to CloudWatch. So CloudWatch. So if you go here, logs, CloudWatch, sorry, metrics. Now as you know, we have configured the metrics, custom metrics, memory, disk, swap, all those things. Here you can see Linux system metrics, all metrics. You can see Linux system. Click Linux system. Here you can see instance IDs. So today I configured for Ansible node. You can see here Ansible node. Ansible node, memory available, memory utilization, memory used. Okay, so you can select. So you can create that graph. You can add to your dashboard. You can monitor. Okay.
Yes, Ram, yes.
Same thing. If you see here, this thing here, you can monitor the your that file systems, your disks. As of now, I have only root, so that's why I configure only for root. If you have any other file systems, you can configure the same thing for other file systems also. So here also you can monitor the, you can get graph and you can monitor all these metrics. These things we will call custom metrics. Very important in interview, in production also.
Okay.
So by default, so we can monitor, we'll get the so host level metrics means CPU utilization, CPU some credits, network in and out. These things OS level, memory, disk, swap. These things will these metrics will not get by default. So these things will call the custom metrics. If you want to monitor this custom metrics, you should install some third-party kernel scripts. Very, very important.
Yes, Ram. Yes.
Okay, right. Same thing. Logs. Your logs, your OS logs, or your application logs. We can monitor. We can upload here. We can upload here, and we can monitor here itself. No, without logging into your server, without logging into your OS server, your OS. So okay, you can monitor all your logs, custom logs, or your application logs, OS logs, whatever you want. Logs. For that also, we have installed some third-party file scripts. That same thing, CloudWatch log agent.
Okay.
Okay, okay,
Yes, Ram. Yes.
same thing. Go here. Yeah. Google. So, CloudWatch log agent. Just search with some CloudWatch log agent. You'll get some official documentation. So, getting started. Yes. You can see here, install and configure the CloudWatch log agent. Open this documentation. Well, I able to see my screen. Now I am in that documentation, official documentation.
Yes, I can see now.
Okay, right. So here, right, I am using say Red Hat server. But if I use a Red Hat server, just run this command. This is a Python script. So using curl command, where we can download this Python scripts from the AWS. So I downloaded the script, the Python script. You can see here, AWS logs agent setup.py. Just okay, I downloaded the Python script. Now we can run the Python script. Same thing to run. Same thing. Okay, so just I'm running the Python script here. Just mention your region, in which region. So okay, you want to store your all logs under. Okay. So I will choose Mumbai. For Mumbai, region name is AWS region course. For Mumbai, Singapore. For Mumbai, I think so. AP is to one something there.
I think AP South 1.
AP South 1. AP South 1. It's correct, huh?
I think.
Okay. So Mumbai, no, Singapore, Sydney. Where's Mumbai? Right? Singapore is there. So where's Mumbai? Just just follow official documentation. It's better.
Yes.
Just search yourself. AP South 1. AP South 1. Correct. AP South 1. Okay. Right. So now I'm the Linux command line. Okay. Are you able to see that?
Yes. I can.
So just here I downloaded using curl command. Using this curl command, I downloaded that Python script, the Python agent script. Now I'm executing the Python agent script in my south in Mumbai. Why? Because just I'm trying to upload all my logs to Mumbai region. missing hyphen region. Hyphen so region. Okay, so enter. You can see here, install it automatically. It will install the whatever they required. You can see my screen.
Yes, I can.
If you want to configure that command line, you can configure. Otherwise, you can ignore it. You want to configure, you can configure. Otherwise, you can ignore it. The access key ID, the secret access key ID. Already we discussed in IIM. API keys. If you want, you can configure. Otherwise, ignore it. Just leave it for now. If you want, you can configure later. So region, which region you want to upload your logs? Output format, just leave it. So which logs? You just mention your path of log. So the path of log file to upload. Which path you should you have to monitor. By default, where log messages. Okay, I want to monitor the where log messages. The default one. Okay, destination log group name. So what I will do here in CloudWatch, I will create the one destination log group. So for example, messages. Okay, so here messages. The log stream name. So with the host name, custom or instance ID, with stream you want to monitor. By default, so instance ID, time format, the time format, time stamping, whatever you want, you can. The position of the file, so start of the file or end of the file, whatever you want, you can. I'm giving default. Okay, Uday?
Yes, Ram. Great.
Files to configure. You want more logs? Yes, I want to monitor more logs. Yes. Which logs? I'll go for where log secure. Whatever you want. Any application log, whatever path you want, you can mention your path here. Okay, Uday?
Yes, Ram. Yes.
Destination. So what I will do here, I will go here. I will create one destination, some secure in CloudWatch. Some destination just flag me. So here give secure. Same thing, but stream name, whatever you want, ID, timestamping, your file position. So same, more log file to configure. If you want to yes or no. For my case, no. Just
Okay.
done. Okay, so setting up agent as demand done. So all these things done. Now if you go here, your logs, so messages. This is your instance ID. Here you can see the all our where log messages. So all this your where log messages.
So Ram, it will keep on updating automatically, or every time we have to execute that command?
No. Only one time. Only one time. It
Okay.
will keep on updated.
Okay, got it. Great.
Same thing, secure. Secure also. You want to find secure logs. This is my instance ID. For this instance ID, these are the secure logs. Refresh. So only one time activity, okay, for instance. Once done, that's it. So it will automatically update. Okay, Uday?
Yes, Ram. Great.
So these things, okay. So we can monitor all metric, custom metrics or custom log, whatever logs you want, all those like this you can monitor. That links, if you want, you can browse that links in Google, or if you want, I will send you your mail that links, official links.
Okay, okay, no problem.
Okay, right, yeah. So here you can see billing, right? For example, right here you can connect with some notifications. For example, so if your billing reaches some $100 per month, you will get the notification. Just for okay for our just information. So if something, if I reach 100%, if my bill reaches $100, then I will get the notification. So those things also you can configure the using this tab, billing dashboard.
Okay, okay.
Okay, Uday. So the events, right? So we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay, this is only 10 minutes class. Tomorrow we'll discuss events. First 10 minutes. Later we'll start S3 or DNS.
Okay, okay, no problem. We will start with S3.
Yeah, your wish. If you want to start S3, we'll start S3. Or you can DNS, because of DNS, whatever you want, your wish.
Okay.
Okay.
We will do S3 and then we will do DNS.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So right, first 10 minutes we'll discuss these events, and later we'll start the S3 or the DS, whatever you want. Okay. See you tomorrow. Thanks.
Okay, yeah, sure, sure, sure. Thank you so much.